This time our guest is the Academy Award-winning star Karl Malden, who stars in the United Artists production of Billion Dollar Brain, with Michael Caine, Francois Dorliac, Oscar Homolka, and Ed Begley. This interview was pre-taped while the film was in production in Helsinki, Finland.
This interview was digitally recorded for the Harry Palmer movie site.
Karl, you have so many wonderful things to your credit. You must be very proud of your career.
I am, in a way, and also I've been pretty lucky. You know that. You have to be lucky in this business to get anywhere, and I've been pretty lucky.
Do you think luck really has that much to do with it?
I do. I think that luck is the thing that gives you the opportunity. People ask you to do something, and they give you the opportunity, and when you do it, you've got to then really go in and start pitching. I think people, if they give you the opportunity and you don't have anything to back it with, you'll never get the second chance.
No, it seems that the heroes in films today are the new uglies, so-called, as opposed to the pretty boys of yesterday.
I think they're coming to their fore. They're just beginning to come to their fore. I think you take a look at Burt Lancaster, you take a look at Lee Marvin, you take a look at Ernest Borgnine, who was kind of the leader of this whole thing. I think we're going to have our day, and I belong in that category, the leading man, ugly leading man. Well, Wallace Beery was one, remember Wally Beery? Yeah. And I think they are. I think there's going to be a cycle of leading men who are, shall I say, men without those handsome faces.
Yeah, and of course Steve McQueen, Michael Caine, Jean-Paul Belmondo.
But it's just beginning, I think, don't you?
Yes. By the way, what's taken you so far from Hollywood?
Well, Michael Caine and a film called The Billion Dollar Brain that Harry Saltzman is producing. I think it's going to be a wonderful film, and the fact that we're about as close to Russia as we can get.
And in this latest adventure of Harry Palmer, where do you come in?
His name is Leo Newbegin, and he's a sort of counter-spy with Harry, except that he tries to out-shrewd Harry, and as you know, Harry has to win out at the end, and I'm the guy that gets it.
You mean you play a villain?
Oh, now there you go. Everybody says you're playing a villain. I don't play villains. I never play villains. I say that circumstances always lead you to do something, and when it comes down to it and it's between you and another person, you say, well, I'm going to do something about it, and at the end it boomerangs and kills you.
What are some of the wild things you have to do in this film?
Well, some of the wild things we have to do is to go get into a sauna bath and then run out into the snow and jump into a hole in the ice. We haven't done that yet. And I'm sure they're going to get two healthy stuntmen to do it because I'm not going to do it. But that's one of the things that we have to do. And then another thing we have to do is, I've never done this. I've seen it done all the time. Run after a train as it's going awfully fast and jump on it and trip and kind of fall off, you know. Yeah. So it's a kind of a modern Western in that you have to fall off horses in Westerns. This you have to fall off trains. And do a lot of riding on those skidoos or whatever they call them. Oh. Fascinating ride. I tried it. It's like a scooter with skis on it, you know, and it's fascinating.
I see you have another old buddy of yours to keep you company.
Who's that? Ed Begley. Yeah, good old Ed. Yeah, Ed plays a wonderful part in that he's a Texan, and he's the head of the whole sort of syndicate that we're working for. And he's out to really conquer the world. Not to really conquer the world, but he's searching for peace, and he feels the only way to get peace is to do it the way he wants it done, and that is if he rules the world, we'll all be under peace. And they have their agents with the brain. The billion-dollar brain is an IBM machine that is all over the world. And the only thing you have to do is just feed the brain, and the answers come right back. For instance, the brain says, at such and such a time, a person will be walking up the stairs of a certain church. You, in some way, get rid of that person. And the brain says, do you hear me? You answer, yes. He says, I'll call back at such and such a time. So you go out and you accomplish what you're doing. You come back to where the brain is. And the brain, the whole thing is in Texas. And here we are in Finland talking to Texas over this IBM brain. It's a fascinating idea.
Yeah, it seems to have a meaningful overtone as well.
Any extreme. It can be the ultra-rightist or the ultra-leftist. But any extreme can be very, very dangerous, and I think that's a very good point in our film also. I forgot to mention Oscar Homolka. I always love to see a great actor. Homolka is a great actor. Yeah. It's a wonderful love story, and one of the reasons I like it is because I'm involved in the love story. Actually, the girl is mine, Francois Dorliac, and I have an opportunity to make love to her, which is always flattering for a man like myself. But wouldn't you know it, that Michael Caine, he gets them at the end all the time.
Not very often that you get to kiss the girl, huh, Carl?
No, I don't. And wait till you see this one. I really kissed the girl in this one. Not only once, but a number of times. And right in front of Michael Caine.
Well, you'll be a leading man yet.
Who can tell?
It's amazing the way movies are being made all over the world these days.
It's a great pleasure to be working in different countries, because in the atmosphere of the country, just being with the people can somehow color your performance. And since I'm a man without really a high education, I love traveling, because this is one way of really finding out what the world is about. And I feel that when we do get home and discuss politics, which is what everybody discusses anyway when they get home, I'll have a little advantage in that I have been to Vienna, I have been to England, I have been to Yugoslavia, I have been to Finland. And I think that being here discussing world affairs with these different people can only make you a better person and a much more intelligent person to discuss it when you get home.
What do you think of your star Michael Caine, who's made such a great name for himself in the last 2 years?
I think Michael Caine deserves all the applause, all the glory that he's getting. He's a very talented actor. And this just didn't happen overnight. You know, Michael Caine acted in the theater for 14 years. He opened the book and showed me a book where he auditioned for 300 and some auditions and never got the parts. So this is a kind of background that this boy has. Now, again, I say, it didn't happen overnight. He's been around. And I admire him for the fact that he says, I want to be a movie star, and I will do anything I can to work towards being a movie star. And he is working at it, and he is working at it intelligently, sincerely, and for that I admire him. We are in the times of the offbeat heroes, not the good-looking man. We're in the times of a little bit, and I figured that Steve McQueen is in this category, the kooky characters, the guys that are just a little off-center, off the keel a little bit. And I think Michael Caine is in that category. Well, you'll excuse me, they're calling me now, and watch the way I make love to Francois, will you?
We certainly will, and thanks for being on our show.
It was nice being on your program. This is Karl Malden saying goodbye from the set of The $1 Billion Brain in Helsinki, Finland.
This has been Dick Strout reporting on location.